What's going on, guys? If you've been on the internet in the past 3 weeks, I am sure, without a shadow of a doubt, you have seen this woman, the TUAH girl. She is everywhere. She's getting stuff down your throat. And finally, they've tracked her down. People were literally looking for this woman. After the initial video was taken, her and her friend disappeared off social media. People were trying to track her down, found out what her real name was, and now she's finally gone public. But I'm sure you've seen this woman. And I thought this meme was kind of stupid. I thought it didn't have any business going as viral as it did. I did get a little bit of enjoyment out of it. You know, it seems like one of those funny sort of interactions you would have with a stranger when you're out and about on a Friday or Saturday night, milling around, you're a little bit drunk, whatever, just talking to random different people. So there has been a little bit of backlash to the TUAH girl, and we will get into that later. But ultimately, I do kind of agree that it's a little annoying how guys are just suddenly simping over this woman and she's getting all this attention when it's really not all that remarkable. I mean, she does seem like a bit of a character who is a fun person to be around, but it's also kind of shocking how she's been catapulted to fame this abruptly, and there's just been this whole economy that's sprung up around her. Really, when she didn't have to do anything at all and she's not that remarkable. But before we get into theories as to why she has gone so viral, let's take a quick look back into the original video which made her so famous.
How do you get over a breakup?
Get drunk. Like we're doing right now.
Y'all get over a breakup right now?
The only way to get over one is get under another. Amen.
So you got a side piece.
Maybe I got 3. Maybe I got 7.
How many is on your roster?
There's only one I want, but till he's serious, I'm a boo.
So how many you got on your roster right now?
Maybe 4.
1. She said 1.
Maybe 4.
She's just like a 304 from Tennessee who's kind of extroverted.
How many you got on your roster?
None.
You trying to add 1 to it?
Add 1?
Yeah, you trying to add
Is
1
that
more
you?
to it? Yeah, that's me.
Maybe, I don't know.
So I can get your number?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. There you go.
You got it.
There you go.
I got one more. I got one more for
Good
you.
questions. Like, you gotta make it good.
Leave a message to your last body.
My last body?
Yeah.
I miss you. Come back.
You miss him.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's doing his little thing.
Yeah.
What's your type?
Like me. Like me, but a boy version, pretty much.
Explain.
I can. Don't
That guy's falling right now.
You.
There's literally entire channels dedicated to stuff like this, just asking random drunk women in their 20s about sex, and then waiting to see which clips go the most viral.
Leave a message to your last. Leave a message to your last body.
I love you, Pookie, forever.
They must have been doing the right thing.
What can I say?
Okay.
Beat the cobwebs off this thing.
Are you supposed to this true? I'm waiting. Come on. She'll be back. Like, I don't know how to answer those.
What I asked us.
Like, my type, I don't have a type.
Do you know
Really?
what? Do you know what makes you wifey material?
Me, wifey?
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
What? Explain. What's everything?
I'm loyal. This is my wife. What makes me wifey material?
What makes her wifey material?
That fat you got.
For real, turn around. Let me see.
You fucking lying.
No, she got a bubble. Go ahead, give us a
No, man.
Can we have a 360? Can you give us a 360?
This flat
Girl.
flat end.
Come on. You gotta get a spicy one.
You want a spicy one?
Yeah.
You can tell that TUAH girl, or Miss Hawk as she's sometimes called, is just that one friend who has no filter.
What's one move in bed that make a man go crazy every time?
One what?
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time? That you do.
That I do.
Yeah. That makes a man go crazy every time.
Does not reply.
In bed, Hailey.
Oh.
This is for her.
What?
You gotta answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh,
that
you
do?
gotta give him that hawk to and spit on that thing. You get me?
I don't get you. I think you gotta demonstrate.
Hawk to and spit
No,
on
like-
it. Spit on it.
And now she's famous. That is literally what this woman is famous over. Anyway, here's the rest of the clip.
If I see you,
All right, any more?
I'm gonna cry.
Oh
Any
yeah.
more?
Okay, I got another one for y'all.
Okay.
Would you rather? Hold on, is she listening?
Would you rather?
Would you rather have back shots for the rest of your life or missionary for the rest of your life? You can only choose one.
Back shots.
Back shots? Why back shots?
Because I don't like somebody looking at me in my face, you know?
You don't like that eye
I don't-
contact?
I
'Cause
don't like
it's a little
that.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's too, a
I'm
little
not
bit
a
too
pillow
intimate.
princess,
A little bit
you
too
get me?
intimate. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
What
I'm
about
not a
you?
pillow princess.
Wait, you gotta repeat. I'm sorry. I'm really focused.
Back shots or missionary for the rest of your life? You can only choose one.
That's hard. Hold on.
That's what she said.
Okay, wrap it up. Okay.
Tim and DTV.
All right.
You said we better post that?
Yes.
Okay.
Post it through.
I mean, my first thought about a big reason as to why so many people like her is just that this is right-wing bait. Like, you have this hometown, down-home, family-friendly girl talking about head. You know, she's this Tennessee girl with the accent. It's like right-wing bait, you know? The level of how viral this meme went does feel kind of unique, especially because people were selling Hawk TUAH t-shirts on TikTok. It kind of reminds me of Harambe, honestly. It reminds me of like an older era in the internet. I remember back in high school, there was a kid who was actually straight up walking around with a Harambe t-shirt. Like, this meme was becoming part of people's personalities. I guess it's, you know, some people are just kind of, you know, they got nothing else going on. And there has been backlash to the people who are simping over Hawk TUAH Girl, which I feel is deserved. I was talking to a friend of mine who, Hawk TUAH Girl just opened her Instagram up recently. She has a new Instagram. And I have a friend who's following her, and I told her, don't give this woman any more attention. You should unfollow her. And he refused to. So I'd say people do have reason to be frustrated. It is cringe that you would go out of your way to follow this meme girl. And yeah, I'm talking about you, Seth. You know who you are. But there has also been an interesting backlash from women against Hawk TUAH Girl herself as well. I've seen this mostly online, but I have seen in real life, I have witnessed in real life women angry at Hawk TUAH Girl. Hawk TUAH Girl has female haters. See, my girlfriend's sister the other day was hating on her like, she's only famous because men go crazy over head. And I was just thinking to myself, you have given me a fantastic reason to start supporting this bimbo. Because there are plenty of bitter, angry women out there preying on this woman's downfall for some reason. So she must be doing something right, I guess. You know, I saw this tweet the other day as well, and I knew it intuitively to be true before I even heard my girlfriend's sister say these things, that the backlash from women against Hawk TUAH Girl was somehow tied in to the bear conversation, the ongoing we choose the bear conversation. And I think this connection is being made because one of my first thoughts when I saw Hawk TUAH Girl going this viral and I started reflecting on, okay, like, why are so many people obsessed with her now, was that you really don't see a lot of clips of women who have any kind of like positive view of men or are like enthusiastic to please a man in any way, especially with these street interviews. You know, hatred of men has been utterly normalized among young women. And I mean, Hawk TUAH Girl isn't some sort of champion of the contrary, but I guess it is refreshing for a lot of people, especially a lot of men, to see a woman who is, I guess, interested in pleasing her man in some way. I don't know. Anyway, I thought we could examine some of the conversation going on around this meme. She has now apparently met Shaq, and here's a picture of her and her friend who are in the video with Shaq. This person says, friend of Hawk TUAH. Yep, that's pretty funny. This woman will now forever be known as the friend of Hawk TUAH Girl. This woman says the hawk TUAH girl is reflective of the first generation of women who have pea brain. It's a move we all know but don't discuss because it's vulgar and also strangely de-eroticized when articulated like that. A reminder that it's not really about pleasure, but hollow performance. It's not meant to be erotic, it's meant to be funny. I gotta agree with that. You know, it is vulgar. I don't even necessarily know, though, that this is like the result of corn brain. You know, it does seem like you just kind of know people sometimes in rural areas, not the stereotype. There is that one type of girl who just has like no filter, who's willing to just go there. And it's not even necessarily because, you know, she's been consuming adult content or something. It's just like kind of how some country women are. You know, this woman is a, you know, hawk TUAH girl, I think is from Tennessee or something. And being a very public 304 isn't great, but then you know why this woman here, very moisturized, is upset. You know why this woman's angry. Like, you know, I can't help but feel that her moralization is really a cover for the fact that she's just kind of a player hater. This person says, conservatards are 0 for 4 this year. All these people have kind of caused controversy on the right, so I don't even know what this person's talking about. This woman says, not to be a pick-me or whatever, but I don't think hawk TUAH was very funny. Gotta agree with that, although, again, it does seem like some of the loudest voices against hawk TUAH girl are women rather than men, so it does seem like she is trying to be a pick-me, even though she's saying, you know, not to be a pick-me. She says, yes, she's fun and cute, and I agree, but it turns out men are just surprised women have sex. That makes it way worse. This guy says, you look like you don't even give top. And she says, how does someone look like that? You know, there are just some women who seem like they're no fun. You know? Sometimes you can spot them. And she's really not beating the no top allegations because she hasn't clarified that she does, in fact, give top. Someone else says, genuinely had to question my level of hater because I didn't find it funny at all. You are so brave for saying it first. She says, like at first, I was like, good for her. And then the memes just pushed me over the edge. That is kind of true, but again, two women, player haters. This woman says, the hawk TUAH thing is funny for people who have the sense of humor of a 7th grader. Again, like, I didn't even really find it that funny. I'll admit that right now. But women are seething. That's just a matter of fact. That's a point of fact. Women are seething over hawk TUAH.
Hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad, hoes mad.
But in further news, the meme has apparently gotten so viral that there was this like liberal Twitter account that tried to clip her out of context, making it seem like she's against Trump. This guy was pointing out Hailey Welch, hawk TUAH, was taken out of context by a liberal hack. Does this surprise you? Midas Touch, a pro-Democratic Party organization, quickly clipped the moment and shared it on X, framing it as Welch rejecting Trump politically. In this clip, the context of the clip, and I can show it to you later, was this woman is asking, like, it's not a no from her in the sense that she wouldn't vote for him. It's a no from her in the sense that she like wouldn't sleep with him because he's old. Like, that's the real context of what was going on here. And people who've been following my channel for a while, I'm sure will be reminded of my why Logan Paul will eventually become president video, because this, even though it's a small little Twitter account that tried to pull this, is still evidence of the encroachment of real-world politics into internet culture, which is only going to continue in the coming decades. This woman says, after seeing how men reacted to hawk TUAH, I am 99.99% sure all men want is a loyal freak. This guy says, we want wives to turn into hoes, not to turn hoes into wives or something. And she says, so a fun freak who is not a hoe. A loyal freak with a sense of humor, 100%. Based, ha ha ha. I mean, that's kind of the thing, though. To get a woman that is a freak. The thing is, there are like hoes who aren't freaks. You know, there are hoes who've like been with a ton of guys, and then they just lie there, and it's like, well, what were you even a hoe for if you didn't learn anything? Like, what are you good for? But the more freak a woman is, unfortunately, that means the more guys she's probably been with, which means the less wife material she actually is, because she's just not going to be loyal. So a loyal freak is indeed a rare commodity. Lastly, this meme says, sounds that guys love to hear. Ha 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 ha, so funny. But anyway, let's dive right into one of the interviews that Miss Hawk, Hailey Welch, has recently had due to her abrupt rise to fame.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Plan Bri Uncut. I have someone that was harder to track down than Osama bin Laden. We have the Hook Tour girl, Hailey, here. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is your first podcast ever, first anything ever.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh, how do you feel? Are you nervous?
I'm a little nervous.
She's a little nervous. She was scared coming in, but she wanted to come on a podcast that was with a woman first. So I'm like so grateful it was me and that you chose to come on this one.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a lot to like get into. Everyone has been searching for you. I feel like there's been millions of fake accounts that I fell for because I was trying to find you like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So they're everywhere. And then there was like an account of your merch, but it was like you signing hats. Is that your account?
Well, it's not really my account, but the guy that I let do hats for me, he was kind enough to ask if he could sell them, like in my hometown, and so I was okay with it. Okay. He was kind enough to ask, and he's just been great to me. He's absolutely great. I've known him for years, and he split all what he's made off of it with me, and he's just went out of his way to just be good to me. So he's been...
Look, I am the last man on the planet to ever want to simp for a woman, but she comes across as humble. I'm just going to say that.
Okay, so that's a good guy, because I know there's a lot of people stealing your merch and making money off of you now.
But he's good as gold.
Okay.
I couldn't ask for better.
Amazing. But did you delete all of your social media?
Okay, so I deleted all my social media like 6 months ago due to like personal reasons. I never really got on it or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
But,
so it didn't have anything to do with this?
Oh, no. I was long gone before that.
Oh, so you were already gone from social media. And everyone thought that you deleted your social media because you were like scared of all of this blowing up, but you were gone.
I've been gone from it.
So
like,
are you going to come back?
I think we're working on that right now.
Because you have a full management team. You have a manager now. You have a shooter. She comes in with like this big ass camera. Like she's the real deal. Already, this happened like a week ago.
Yes, ma'am.
This is insane.
Literally how society treats men and women so differently. This woman is now famous overnight because of this. This is ridiculous.
Okay, so I want to know everything about you, but I want to go back to the night of it all, the Hook Tour video. Where were you? What did it happen? Were you on Nashville? Like on Broadway?
I was in Nashville.
Okay, and you were just out drinking, having a good night.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You come out.
CMA Fest. Right after it, I done held a big-ass snake, and then next thing I know, there's a microphone in my face, and I was like, oh, I'm going to conversate with him.
But you looked like so natural. Like you weren't scared. You just went right up to it.
I could talk to a brick wall if you really let me.
I could tell. It's amazing. So you went up, and did you think anything was like going to come from it? Was there more of the interview?
Hey, I think he posted the full video on YouTube this past Sunday, but he only told us he was a YouTuber. He never said anything like about, Instagram, TikTok, nothing of the sort. So I was like, oh, well, I'm never going to see this again. Sure enough, I seen it again.
When did you see it again? Like, when did it blow up?
So that was Sunday. I seen it about the Tuesday. After that, I should have bricked. I seen it like 2 o'clock in the morning when I was getting up ready for work.
Oh, my God. 2 a.m. getting up for work?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what were you doing for your job?
Well, I have to sit up and get ready for about 30 minutes, and then I'll just go on and go get me something to eat for breakfast, and then I'll go into work. But I worked in a spring factory. I'm not a school teacher.
That was my next question, because everyone said that
bartender.
you were a teacher and got fired from your job.
No, I'm not even old enough to be a teacher.
I was going to say, because you're 21, I'm like, this is illegal. Who are you teaching?
Exactly.
So you weren't a teacher.
Or a bartender.
So
either one.
And also, I've heard rumors that your dad is a preacher.
My father is so far from a preacher. It's crazy.
So everything has just been made up.
Oh, yeah. Like, none of it's true at all.
It is so strange to see how desperate people were to create this mythos around this woman. All these facts turned out not to be true.
But I've also seen like a lot of controversy surrounding it. People feeling bad for you that you've gotten turned into the hook to a girl and like kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of creepy. Like, do creepy guys message you? Is it scary? Are you
Yes.
like, what the fuck did I do?
So the guy that does my hats, he got offered $600 like 3 days ago for me to spit in a jar and sell it. That is revolting. Like,
Oh
that's
my
just disgusting,
gosh.
is it not?
That's crazy.
And I was like, should I do it? And I was like, no,
You
don't
should
do
just
that.
like pour water in it.
Yeah,
and
they would
fucking
never
send
know.
it. Yeah.
But-
That's like the OnlyFans girls that fart in jars.
And sell it.
And sell them. But they're not actually
Precisely.
farting in jars.
Yeah, or they're dirty drawers. That's
Yeah.
just disgusting.
That's crazy.
This conversation really brings up a lot of concerns around privacy in the digital age, because this woman is now forced to, she can't be a private individual anymore. There are people making fake accounts. There's this big hunt for her, which is, I just think, terrible. That people just wanted to pry into her life. And I will say that ultimately I do think she's going to handle it well, and she'll be better off that this happened to her rather than not. But it is still very messed up, and a lot of people do not handle fame well. And I would, if I were in her shoes, I know I would feel very uncomfortable with people just trying to beat my door down, all these strangers just wanting stuff from you. People asking her to spit in jars. Like, that's insane. Of course, when your public image, when your likeness is exposed to so many millions of people, of course you're going to be exposed to weirdos who are going to want weird things from you. So it is dangerous in a sense.
So, like, after blowing up like this, is your life immediately changed? Because when actually did this start?
Oh, yeah.
When was
this
video?
was like 3 weeks ago, maybe?
3 weeks ago, and now, like, you dropped out of school.
Oh, no, I was working.
Oh, so you had already dropped out of school.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I've been dropped out of school for like a year or two.
Okay, so this was like
But
your
I
time.
don't quit my job. I said, peace.
So now is like you're going to go to LA, you're going to go to New York.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think you see yourself like starting your own type of like show or podcast, or are you just going to be like an internet personality?
I think we're going to do like a show, and then we're just going to be like on a bunch of podcasts and everything else in between.
She's now suddenly forced to become an internet personality. Hopefully, career-wise, she'll be able to transform this into something long-lasting, although it remains to be seen how things will go.
Did you guys grow up together?
We went to high school together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So about 6 or 7 years we've
Yeah.
been friends.
Would
It's
you,
been a while.
Would you ever try to take her into the storm with you and like be an influencer with her now? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't you
For
do
sure.
it? I mean, you guys could be the Hawk to a duo.
Yeah. I got hot turned over here.
I think between the two of them, you can tell that Hawk TUAH Girl and Hawk TUAH Girl's friend, Hawk TUAH Girl's friend seems like the dominant personality in their friendship, especially in that initial video. She seemed like she was more in control and responding to the interviewer, and now she's just totally open to being dragged along into Hawk TUAH Girl's sudden fame.
I have a game that I want to play with you guys.
What is
That
it?
makes me
It's,
nervous.
no, it's not that scary, I promise. It's called Huck to or Nah. And you tell me if you want to hook to on that thing or no.
Okay.
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 Okay, first person. You ready? Be careful. Zach Bryan. Answer politically.
I love you, but
I love you, but hot to
Okay, all right. Antonio Brown.
Who's that?
Oh, I thought you were going to
he a
know who
football
he
player?
was. Yeah.
I don't really know what he looks like.
I might
Okay.
have to say
But I
no,
just
'cause
I
I
just
don't
know
know
the
who
name.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
I just know because if he saw it, he would post it on Twitter, and I was hoping that you guys would say Huck to her.
Sorry.
So if I knew
They
you,
said no. Okay, Morgan Wallen.
hot to
Hawk to for sure.
for sure.
She just Hawk. You're Hawk to her.
Oh yeah, I'm just Hawk. Maybe just to. I don't know.
Okay, Dave Portnoy.
Know who that is?
Zoomers must all be on the same wavelength, because whoever they don't know, I also don't know. Like, I don't know who like half these people are.
Yes, you don't know who he
Yes,
is.
I do. You do.
No, I'm so glad you don't know who he is. This is funny.
Oh, he's gonna hate you.
If I knew what he looked like, maybe.
I'm gonna say Hawk just so
What's he
don't
look
roast
like?
me.
Do you want me to show you a picture?
Yes, I need a picture.
Okay. He kind of looks like Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh man.
Oh, fuck, my phone's not going to load in here. You need to see a picture of him. I think you might. Are you into like older guys?
For sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, my phone's not loading. All right, you ready? Come on. Oh, just a hook?
I'll give him a hawk. I'll give him a hawk.
Okay, beautiful. There you go, Dave. You got a hook. Donald Trump.
No, absolutely not.
No.
It's a no from me.
And that is the part of this interview that got clipped out of context, as I mentioned earlier. Doesn't necessarily mean that she's anti-Trump, just means that she wouldn't hawk twa on the thing of a septuagenarian or octogenarian or however old he is now.
Okay, last one, Jacob Elordi.
Hawk and a half.
Yeah.
I need the full hawk tour out of you from that.
He getting the hawk tour.
Beautiful. Well, I feel like you're amazing. You're so much more than just like the hawk tour girl, and I'm excited for your future. I have no fucking idea where you're going to pivot or how you're going to pivot from this, but I'm excited to see what you do.
Thank you.
And I think that great things are ahead with all the hucking and all the tour, and I'm glad that this was the first podcast that you came on.
Yes, ma'am.
You're amazing. Thank you guys for coming on. You too.
All right, thank you.
Woohoo! Yeah, you crushed it.
All right, so for all my long-suffering listeners who have sat through all of this brain rot content, as it's called, do you think this is a psyop? Do you think this woman's fame has been orchestrated, whether she knows it or not, by some sort of power behind the scenes trying to distract America with this frivolous nonsense, or do you think this is organic? Please tell me in the comments. Anyway, that's it for this video. Please subscribe to this channel. Please share this video if you haven't already. That's the #1 way you can help grow this channel. And Red Channels will catch you in the next one.